perspective, and I'll be talking to the Dutch artist and graphic novelist Amy de Jong about her Lord of the Flies.
When I'm not drawing, I'm sleeping. I'm basically drawing all day long, and it's one of those things I can do endlessly. I mean, if I don't stop myself, I would just do it all night long.
All that and more coming up on the Arts Hour.
BBC News with David Harper. Hezbollah has announced a new leader to take over from its longtime chief Hassan Nasrallah, who was killed in an Israeli airstrike in Beirut last month. Naim Qasim is one of the few senior Hezbollah figures still alive after Israel killed most of them in recent weeks. Some reports says he may be in Iran, which is Hezbollah's main backer. Hamas officials say an Israeli strike on Beit Lahia in northern Gaza has killed at least 60 Palestinians. Footage shows bodies wrapped in blankets alongside the ruins of the residential building. There's been no immediate comment from Israel. Georgia's election commission says it will recount some ballots following Saturday's disputed election. The governing Georgian Dream Party has been accused of rigging the vote by the pro-Western opposition. The UN has warned that up to a quarter of the population of the Democratic Republic of Congo faces acute hunger. The situation is especially dire in the eastern Congo, where conflict has disrupted food production. Scientists have discovered a ruined city from the Maya civilization buried underground in southeast Mexico. It comes after a US student spotted signs of buildings beneath modern roads and farms. A woman in Thailand has found her lost wedding ring after a 30-hour search in a vast rubbish dump. The woman had taken off her ring and wrapped it in toilet tissue while washing her hands, but the $11,000 ring was mistakenly sent to landfill. The Cuban trumpet player Manuel Guajiro Mirabal of the Buena Vista Social Club Music Collective has died at the age of 91. His career spanned 70 years, but he came to worldwide attention with the formation of the Buena Vista Social Club in the 1990s. Mount Fuji is snowless for the first time in 130 years. The peak of Japan's highest mountain is typically dusted in snow by early October, but because of unusually warm weather, no snowfall has been reported. BBC News.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stress out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK. Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie, and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio. This is UK. Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Okay, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Tuesday edition of the Morning Show. Today is the 29th day of October, the year 2024. Oh boy, it's now 10:54 from the heart of London, and this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
And let me say good morning to my colleague and co-presenter, Mr. Olayomi Koiki, who will be joining us during the course of the program. A special good morning also goes to the one and only producer, Mr. Francis Gai Perry, all the way here as well. Massive good morning to you. And let me say morning to Bishop Adesina Anthony Adedeji Aziz, and to all you wonderful people who have tuned in this morning to listen to us. All the team on the Yoruba media, salute you as well. And let me say good morning to all the team on Koiki Media as well, where we work together to bring you everything that you need to know, especially when it comes to Nigeria and the quest for the Yoruba people as well. We'll be bringing you all that during the course of the program. But Anthony Adedeji, good morning. Bishop Adesina, good morning. Sam Shude, good morning. Olakunle, good morning to you. Felix, good morning. Kojodi, good morning. And let me put it this way, all and sundry, good morning to the Beddies and the Hammonds and all the families in Ghana. We salute each and every one of you. Let's crack on. It's a packed morning. Well, So I'm going to bring you the quote for the day, the weather forecast will follow suit, then the travel update. We'll move on from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe, and that is known as global trotting. Then from then, I'll be having Mr. Olayomi Koiki joining in. It's most likely we'll have Mr. Olayomi Koiki joining in before we take you global trotting. And then we'll look at the updates from Nigeria. Then after that, we'll go to global trotting. But we will be looking at some of the other stories making the rounds. Less than a week exactly today, and the US goes to the polls. And also, what do you think about all that? It's going to be quite an interesting one. In Ghana, Ekweadonko, one of the presidential aspirants, has also passed on. I'll be looking at all that. Well, lots of people have passed on this year, but hey, you are still alive. And I say that if you are still alive, then there is hope for you. God has not finished business with you. So wherever you are, just stay tuned and don't touch the dab. Let me say good morning and happy birthday to Mrs. and Minister Elom Esiama. Good morning to Isabella Elom Esiama. Massive good morning to you and happy birthday. Okay, let's crack on. The quote for the day says the key to working well with any group of people is communication. When you don't communicate well and you create a vacuum, oh boy, it's just a matter of time. People just throw any garbage in there, and that is what runs the show. But you don't want that, do you? Well. Starr Radio UK. Still here in the UK. What do I have for you for the weather? Well. For London and the southeastern part of England, today is going to be cloudy. The top temperature is going to be 17 degrees and the lowest is going to be 9 degrees. UV level is going to be low, pollution is going to be low as well. And straight on to the travels as well. Preparing the ground for Mr. Olayomi Koiki to be able to hop in. Yes, sir. On the travels, all the underground lines are running good apart from the Waterloo and City lines. No service for the rest of the day due to flooding on the track at Waterloo. When it comes to the London overground until no service between Sydenham and Crystal Palace. Use connecting local buses between Annerley and Crystal Palace there as well. So check it before you leave until the 1st of November. There are some works going on. DLR and London Tramlink good service on the major roads in London. No exceptional delays on the A roads. River bus services, good service there. London Cable Car, good service there. And on the National Rail, a few incidents here and there. Let me bring that your way. But continue to keep your eyes on the roads as we bring you all the stories or keep you navigated. Avanti West Coast has got special service, cross country, minor delays, and island line special service, Northern Rail special service, and that's why I'll say it once again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today, but you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. Okay, so a quick one there, and then we go global trotting.
You are listening to Starr Radio Morning Show.
Okay. So what is happening from across the globe? Once we have Mr. Olayomi Koiki, we're going to be not blackout. 19 governors meet. President deploys troops against vandals. And then the governors, I'm sorry. Abia lawmaker apologizes for assaulting boat driver. Really? He said God made a person vanish. Now you're apologizing. Well, somebody say it was an anger of the moment, and that's why he did that. And then 19 state governors in the northern, the northern region have aired their strong displeasure on the recent tax reform bill the federal government submitted to the National Assembly for approval. And then no payment of salary arrears, no resumption. SANU insists the union's move has led to the crippling of activities in schools across the country, with classes and other facilities shut as well. Well, you want to know more? You got to stay with me because Yomi is going to be throwing more on that for you. There's lots more going to be coming your way, apart from even what we have put across. Now, moving on straight to some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. U.S. urges Israel to halt UN Palestinian agency ban amid fears over Gaza aid. Meanwhile, the UN chief warns of devastating consequences for Palestinians if planned laws go ahead. And U.S. election campaign enters final week with a race on a knife edge. And Puerto Ricans voting in U.S. swing states, one Trump garbage joke won't be forgotten. Oh boy. Okay. And I just about make ends meet on £1,800 a month here, what I need from the budget. Well, that pertains to what is happening here in the UK. Now, Chancellor sets out new funding for extra NHS appointments, and deadly drugs found in fake anxiety medicine being bought online in UK. All right then. All right. This online thing, I think they have to try to regulate it very well for us all, so that when you are buying some medications where they put, at times, you know, they use AI to generate some of these celebrities endorsing or some health expert endorsement of that. But we'll see about that. On the African continent as well, South African government split over Ukraine visa deal. Critics see the announced deal as an affront to South Africa's long relationship with Russia. And senior Malawi politicians accused of plotting to kill president. Oh boy. And they're born in France but searching for a future in Africa. There are some of the stories making the round. Attack on Chad military base kills at least 40 soldiers. Well, so we'll be looking into all that. Insurgency coming away from Starr Radio UK. In other stories making the round, Baldwin must be commended for rejecting Supreme Court writ, Dr. Apak is saying. And then Ekuadonko, presidential candidate for Ghana Freedom Party, dies age 72. So this and a lot more going to be coming your way. We'll be telling you more about all that. If you have any comments, the lines will be open for you at 11:45 for you to add your voice to the discussion. That and that, yes, we're going to be bringing you everything that you need to know. So be part of it. Let's take a quick commercial break. We come back. I promise you, we should have Mr. Olayomi Koiki joining in. Stay tuned. Don't you touch the dial. But remember, this afternoon exactly at 1:30, BB Clement will be coming your way with BB Means Business. Final one of the Black History Month, and that is October here in the UK. So stay tuned and don't you go away.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Archie on Starr Radio. Nobody does it better.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 7 minutes past the top of the hour, and it is the Tuesday edition of the morning show. We should have Mr. Olayomi Koiki joining in. He's on the move. Once he finds a suitable place to park, he will be able to talk to us. Yes, so just bear with us whilst we wait for him. So I will not touch on the stories, but one of the stories that we're going to be looking at when it comes on Emefiele, the former CBN governor, that is Central Bank of Nigeria governor Emefiele, has a witness is saying that Emefiele asked me not to keep records of money collected for him. Emefiele is standing trial over alleged abuse of office and money laundering to the tune of 4.5 billion and 2.8 billion, $4.5 billion and 2.8 billion naira as well. So we're going to be looking into that. But what do you think? What do you think? What do you think about all that? So come your way from Starr Radio UK. So kicking off from the UK front today. The Chancellor has set out new funding for extra NHS appointments. The government has announced more details of what is in this week's budget for the NHS, including 1.57 billion pounds for new surgical hubs, scanners and radiotherapy machines. The funding is part of the government's overall pledge to increase the number of NHS hospitals, appointments and procedures in England by 40,000 per week. Now, Health Secretary Wes Trading said the budget will help to start fixing the foundation of the NHS, but warned it will take time to turn the situation around. Now, health experts have welcomed the new funding, but cautioned there were many unanswered questions about future policy with the government's 10-year NHS plan not published until next spring. For details of the government funding plans, full details of the government funding plans will be in Wednesday's budget. Australian has repeatedly said the NHS is broken since taking on the role in the summer. Now, the latest waiting time figures for the NHS in England shows the backlog for hospital care is 7.64 million. Before the pandemic, it was just over 4 million. In August, more than 280,000 people had been waiting for an operation, scan, or appointment for more than a year. And last month, a damning report warned that the NHS in England was in a critical condition, falling well short of its key targets for cancer, emergency, and hospital treatment. But we're going to be telling you more about all that as the program goes on. So just continue to bear with us as we go on from there. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK at 10 minutes past the top of the hour. As I said, bear with us. We should have Mr. Olayomi Koiki joining in any moment, anytime, and we'll bring you everything that you need to know. Okay. One of the sad ones. A man has died while in detention at Brookhouse Migrant Removal Center in West Sussex. The company that runs the center has confirmed. The security firm Seco said a 26-year-old man died at the facility, which is located next to Gatwick Airport, on Sunday. The Home Office said its condolences were with the man's family and friends. The Migrant Removal Centers has housed a range of detainees, including asylum seekers, people who have been refused the right to remain in the UK, or people awaiting deportation after completing a criminal sentence. There is currently no maximum period for which detainees can be held. A public inquiry into the center last year described a toxic culture in which migrants were subjected to degrading treatment and the inappropriate use of force. The public inquiry was launched following an investigation in 2017 prompted by a whistleblower who worked as a custody officer at the center. Well, our thoughts are with the family. And it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Super strength drugs linked to hundreds of deaths have been found in samples of fake medicines bought across the UK. We found more than 100 examples of people trying to buy prescription medicines such as diazepam, commonly used to treat anxiety, muscle spasm, and seizures, and instead receiving products containing nitazenes. The synthetic opioid drugs have been connected to 278 deaths across the country in a year. According to the National Crime Agency, nitazenes can be stronger than both heroin and fentanyl, a prolific killer in the U.S. Now, Martin Reithaber, an illicit synthetic drug expert from the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, said to the BBC findings were very worrying development. We'll be telling you more about all that as we go on. Okay, my brother was calling me. Okay, just bear with me. All right. Well, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So moving on to other stories making the rounds this morning as well, still here in the UK. Conservative leadership contender Kemi Badenoch has said she will tone down her approach after some of her colleagues suggested she can be rude. Now, Badenoch is widely seen as a favorite to replace Rishi Sunak as Tory leader when the results of the party membership vote are revealed on Saturday. Now, quiz on her perception that she can be seen as abrasive, Badenoch agreed she may need to take a more softly approach. I think this is one of the manifestations that I don't think I'm being rude, she said, as she put her demeanor down to having a higher threshold for stress. She goes on further to say, I just think I'm saying something that I wouldn't mind hearing back. So I treat people how I treat myself. And you know, I've had even some of my advisors saying, why did you say that? I have to be mindful that I have a higher tolerance for things than others. And I think part of being a leader is being able to calibrate so that you can help manage other people. Asked if she would adopt a more softly approach from now on, she said, yes, but that's fine. Adding, I'm not perfect, you know. I've never said that I was perfect. She continued, we keep wanting people who will give the perfect interview and have the perfect policies look perfect. Now, there is nobody like that. Everybody is coming with pluses and minuses. All right, then. So it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay. Okay. My apologies. As I did say, we were trying to see if Yomi will be able to bring you the updates, but he's been caught in something that he cannot. Yes, so he cannot join at the moment. So he cannot join at the moment, and so but I'm going to bring you the story that is going to be looking at in a moment. So wherever you are, don't touch the dial. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So that pertains to what is happening here in the UK. Let's take a musical break. We come back and I will bring you what is happening from Nigeria to other parts of the world. So wherever you are, stay tuned and don't touch the dial. And this is from Atta Kofi, one of my favorite tunes of late. He is saying, Shida, that means Thanksgiving. Let's give all the thanks and praise to the Almighty God who has given us opportunity and life there. Stay tuned, don't you go away.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Yes way, my way. Get one on Facebook. Yes way, my way. One on Koto. Yes way. Come away, come on, Facebook. Yes, way, my way, one no go do, one on Facebook, Osasi dada, Wanda Bosida, Sabwe, Osasi dada, one on Facebook, Osasi dada, Bokobani Tamobo Kra, Osasi dada, wala mi kometole mazio ida kaya wala mi kometole mawono gojo adana ni moe atobo wata bono atobo na tenkodi ejene fejumo oye mu anno awo won mi dabo sida won mi fe bokoto osasi dada moko benita mobue bono leno yowa leno esasi dada sida sabwe osasi dada afete mo fia moneni na bida afete keba anyemi de mo fia moneni na bida keye wala mi kometole mazi oyida malamli wala ife no fia anyemi wala mi kometole wadalesi wala mi ife no fia wala mi kometole wadalesi wọ́n mi fẹ́ gbọ́gọ́jọ́ ọ̀dàfẹ́ náà fi ẹ̀nà náà mọ́ pọ̀ kẹlẹ̀ yọ ẹ̀gbọ́ Boko Benita Molele no di ata Aonyawo Atana nyumoe Wami jogbe yida Wami fe bogoto Sidae Inke sidae Wale sida Wawenoe Sidae Inke sidae Wale sida Wawenoe Walamle Wala ife no fiano Wala miko metole Wadale siye Wala ife no fiano Wala miko metole Wadale siye Yes way Tofe Nkema we Nkema wono wofe bokoto Yes way Tofe Ma we Wono koto Yes way Ma we Wono wofe bokoto Yes way Tofe Ma we
This is Starr Radio UK.
Inke sidae Okay, that's Starr Radio UK, a tune from the one and only Atakofi. And let me say good morning to Atakofi this morning and to all the inhabitants of Ashaman in Ghana as well. And me, I'm the chief of Ashaman. I think one day when I visit Ghana, I need to come and see Ni himself for the good work that he's doing in that catchment area, okay, in the Tema Enclave, right? Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. Now let's move on straight to what is happening in Nigeria. As I did say, Yomi, we sincerely apologize. He just sent me all the stories, and we're thinking that he was going to be joining in exactly at 11, but things do happen, and therefore he cannot be there with us. But wherever you are this morning, just stay tuned as we continue to look at some of the stories making the rounds this morning. Now, it says Northern governors, let's try to capture those stories. Well, Northern governors, okay, let me bring you all that. The 19 state governors in the northern region have aired their strong displeasure on the recent tax reform bill. The federal government submitted to the National Assembly for approval. Why are they upset about that? Okay, we know that the inflation and high cost of living and everything that is going on at the moment is that it's affecting all the length and breadth of Nigeria and all inhabitants of Nigeria. Of course, was it last week when we're having a discussion and Yomi brought out some figures that where they said that 125 million people are caught up in poverty in Nigeria. So virtually about half. And that is quite worrying, isn't it? So what is the government, the federal government, putting across said that when the tax hike that is making the northern governors think that no, we are vehemently against it. It's something that is going to hit that side of the country or what? Okay, but God willing, tomorrow I will have Mr. Olayomi Koiki who will break it all down nicely for you pertaining to that as well. And then also, we have yesterday we did talk about the SANU that is insisting that the strike is going to continue if there are no payments of salary arrears and no there are no resumption. The union move has led to the crippling activities in schools. Now we know that all these teaching institutions or lecturing institutions, teachers in the universities and those in the secondary schools and all the government schools, and we were looking at that remuneration that has fallen and the fact that there are arrears that's supposed to be paid them and all those bits that has gone on. But we still have the case where these individuals are not getting what they need to get. And they tell government, you got to do something about it or we embark on a strike. And they've always constantly embarked on the strike. And government seems to, I don't know whether they don't have good negotiators or whatever they are asking, going on to the round table, these people put these unions put their foot down and say we're not going to be making any move, and there is a stalemate, checkmate there. So who is going to move? Who is going to fall? Ooh. All right then. So lots more going to be happening there. I will do our best to bring you all those stories later on. Star Radio UK. Now, one interesting story that I've been talking about there as well. Ghana could buy petroleum products from Nigeria's Dangote oil refinery once the facility is operating at full capacity, cutting more expensive imports from Europe. And the head of the country's oil regulator said on Monday this could end monthly fuel imports from Europe of $400 million. Mustafa Abdul Hamid, chair of the Ghana Natural Petroleum Authority, said at the OTL Africa Downstream Oil Conference in Lagos, Nigeria. It is a refinery. If the refinery reaches 650,000 barrels per day capacity, all that the volume cannot be consumed. All that volume cannot be consumed by Nigeria alone. So instead of us importing as we do now from Rotterdam, it will be easier for us to import from Nigeria, and I believe that that will bring down our prices. Hamid has also said that, and of course that is one of the things that will happen. So let us patronize each other and let us build and put money in our own countries. Now I find out one from Nigeria. I've just skipped through it. Tomorrow, God willing, we should have Mr. Olayomi Koiki on, and he'll be looking at that. Now, a member of the House of Representatives, Alex Ikweche, who assaulted an hailing boat driver who went to deliver a package to him, has tendered a public apology. Ikweche admitted that his behavior did not meet the standards expected of a public official. He issued a public apology on Monday, saying, as a public servant, I recognize the trust placed in me by my constituents and the Nigerian people. My behavior fell short of the standards expected of me, and for that I'm truly sorry. He said he regretted the harm and embarrassment his actions had caused Abawateseya, his constituent, and the public. He also confirmed his cooperation with the Nigerian police, pledging to support their investigation and uphold accountability. He goes on further to say, Honorable Alex Ikweche, member of the House of Representatives, wish to address a deeply disturbing incident that occurred at my residence recently. A video has surfaced showing me engaging in an unacceptable behavior towards an Uber driver who came to deliver a waybill for me. I am deeply sorry for my actions and acknowledge that they were unacceptable and unbecoming of a public official. As a public servant, I recognize the resolve and the trust placed in me by constituents and the Nigerian people. My behavior fell short of the standards expected of me, and for that I'm truly sorry. I understand that my actions have caused harm and embarrassment to the driver, my constituents, and the nation at large. Is it going to be paying something, compensating the guy for? If it is part of the world, oh boy, the guy will be driving all the way to the bank, smiling all the way there and back. He says, I want to assure the public I'm fully cooperating with the Nigerian police investigating into this matter. I support this effort to ensure that justice is served and those responsible are held accountable, the statement read. He also applauded the Nigerian police force for upholding the law and protecting the rights of citizens. He stated, I also appreciate the swift condemnation of my actions by my party and the Nigerian police, demonstrating our collective commitment to upholding the law and protecting the rights of all citizens. Ikweche noted that he was taking immediate steps to address the underlying issue that led to this incident. So, is it compensating the guy for that or what? Okay, so coming away from Star Radio UK. Then he looks like Oyibo, So he thinks it's above the law. But I mean, let me just leave it, okay, like that. Let me just leave it like that. The Joint Action Committee of the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions and Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities have begun a shutdown of all activities in universities across the country from Monday as it embarks on indefinite strike. A statement on Sunday and signed by the National President, Zanu Mohammed Ibrahim, General Secretary Nazu Prince Peters Adeyemi said the ultimatum it gave to the federal government over its withheld salaries expired Sunday midnight. And as I've said, we'll bring you more on that. So, University of Illinois, University of Lagos, and all that has been shut down indefinitely. What is the government going to do about it? Where is government going to get the monies to see to deliver or pay these ones so that they can get them back and let education? I remember back, I think how many years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, when Buhari was in power and we had the same union on strike and the universities were shut for, I think, almost, if I'm not lying, almost 2 years. Okay? Maybe I've not got my figures right, but almost 2 years the universities were shut. But somehow they managed to sort of get things back. Okay? But we'll be telling you more about all that. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay? Now let's move on to some of the other stories making the rounds in other parts of the world at 11:32. Ghanaians have said they fear they will find it hard to get basics like flour and oil if the UN Palestinian Refugee Agency UNRWA is banned from by Israel. Now, we have nothing in this country but the flour from UNRWA. We hope that this decision is stopped and cancelled. Now, Israel's allies have condemned the last night's vote in the Israeli parliament that would effectively ban UNRWA under laws due to come into effect within 3 months. Now, Israel has objected to UNRWA for decades, with hostility hitting a boiling point after the 7 October attack, with the countries claiming some of the agency staff were involved. In a separate development, at least 60 Palestinians have been killed and dozens wounded in an Israeli attack in Beit Lahia in the northern Gaza Strip, according to the region's health ministry. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, let's move on. So, in other parts of the world, a PhD student has found a lost city in Mexico jungle by accident. A huge Maya city had been discovered centuries after it disappeared under jungle canopy in Mexico. Now, archaeologists found pyramids, sport field, causeways connecting district and amphitheaters in the southeastern state of Campeche. They uncovered the hidden complex, which they had called Valeriana, using LiDAR, a type of laser survey that maps structures buried under vegetation. They believe it's a second in density only to Calakmul, thought to be the largest Maya site in ancient Latin America. Now, the team discovered 3 sites in total, which are the sites of Scotland's capital, Edinburgh, by accident, when one archaeologist browsed data on the internet. I was on something like page 16 of the Google search and found a laser survey done by a Mexican organization for environmental monitoring, explained Luke Old Thomas, a PhD student at Tulane University in the US. It was a laser survey, a remote sensing technique which fires thousands of laser pulses from a plane and maps objects below using the time the signal takes to return. But when Mr. Earl Thomas processed the data with methods used by archaeologists, he saw that others had missed a huge ancient city which may have been home to 30 to 50,000 people at its peak from 750 to 850 AD. That is more than the number of people who live in the region today, the researchers say. Mr. Earl Thomas and his colleagues named the city Valeriana after a nearby lagoon. The find helps change an idea in Western thinking that the tropics was where civilization went to die, says Professor Marcello Canuto, a co-author in the research. Instead, this part of the world was home to rich and complex cultures, he explains. We can't be sure what led to the demise and eventual abandonment of the city, but archaeologists say climate change was a major factor. Now I could see pictures of it. Arena has the hallmarks of a capital city and was second in density of buildings to the spectacular Calacogmel site around 100 kilometers away. It is hidden in plain sight. The archaeologists say it is just 15 minutes hike from a major road near Zupillo, where mostly Maya people now live. There are no known pictures of the city, Lost City, because no one has ever been there. The researchers say, although local people have been suspected there were ruins under the mounds of earth, the city, which was about 16.6 square kilometers, had two major centers with large buildings around 2 kilometers, that's 1.2 miles apart, linked by dense houses and causeways. It's quite an interesting one, you know. But we'll see how it all pans out, or how they get it all out there. There are terraces, there are houses. Wow. I can see some of the pictures that the satellite imagery has given. And it's quite an interesting one. So, wow. Quite an interesting. So archaeologists continue to find lots of things. When were the last ancient people living? Whoa. Starr Radio UK. Okay. At 11:38, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Former Philippines President Rodrigo Duterte, he looks older, has admitted that he kept a death squad to crack down on crime while mayor of one of the country's largest cities. Now, in his first testimony before an official investigation on his so-called war on drugs, the 79-year-old said the squad was made of gangsters, adding that he would tell them, kill this person, because if you do not, I will kill you now. Duterte won the presidency by a landslide in 2016 on the promise of replicating his anti-crime campaign in Davao City on a national scale. The nationwide drug war saw thousands of suspects killed in a controversial police operation and is now being investigated by the International Criminal Court. Now, during the Senate hearing on Monday, Duterte also said he told police officers to encourage suspects to fight back so officers could justify the killings. Do not question my policies, because I offer no apologies, no excuses. I did what I had to do, and whether or not you believe it, I did it for my country, said Duterte in his opening statement. I hate drugs, make no mistakes about it. However, he denies that he gave his police chief permission to kill suspects, adding that his death squad was made of gangsters, not police men. All right then. So what happens to him? Well, We know that there were people who were gangs, drug lords, and this is who were killed. However, there were people who had nothing to do with that, but innocently were also slaughtered. But this is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to like our pages as well, as we bring you everything that you got to know. Starr. Well, we're tethering towards the UK, a week on to the election in the US. My apologies, I said the UK, the US. A comedian at a Donald Trump rally called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage, sparking fury from Republicans and Democrats and accusations of racism. The comic Tony Hinchcliffe was among the speakers at the Madison Square Garden in New York on Sunday. He also made a series of jokes that land on racist stereotypes. A Trump advisor distanced the former president from the Puerto Rico joke, which was also denounced by Trump's Democratic rival Kamala Harris herself. Harris herself was the target of another Trump warm-up speaker who also sparked controversy. The Ferrari came as one of the world's top Latin celebrities. Puerto Rican rapper Bad Bunny endorses Harris for president. In his joke, Hinchcliffe, known for his comedy podcast Kill Tony, said, "There is a lot going on. I don't know if you know that but there is literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now, and I think it's called Puerto Rico." The line appeared to meet a mixed reception. Two Republicans in the state of Florida, which has a prominent Puerto Rican population, were among those who called out the joke. U.S. Congresswoman Maria Elvira Salazar said she was disgusted by the racist comment. She said on X that it did not reflect the GOP's values, referring to the Republican Party, and noted thousands of Puerto Ricans served in the military. U.S. Senator Rick Scott said the joke bombed for a reason. It's not funny and it's not true. He added that Puerto Ricans are amazing people and amazing Americans. Puerto Rico is U.S. island territory in the Caribbean. Its residents are unable to vote in U.S. presidential election, but there is a large diaspora across the U.S. who can. Hinchcliffe also suggested Latinos love making babies. He drew on racist tropes about black people and watermelons, which promoted groans from the audience, and he called Palestinians rock throwers, while in the same sentence suggested Jews will not spend money invoking an anti-Semitic trope. According to some sources, as familiar with the event, confirmed that Trump campaign vetted Hinchcliffe's list of jokes, but the comments about Puerto Rico, Latinos, and black people were ad-libbed. The campaign also said it cut two profane jokes. Now, Trump himself has remained silent on the row. He has faced calls to apologize from the Archbishop of Puerto Rico and the head of the Island Republican Party, among others. Now, Mr. Hinchcliffe defended his material after the backlash. These people have no sense of humor, he wrote on X in response to criticism from Democratic lawmakers Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Democratic vice presidential candidate Tim Walz. The comedian added, "I love Puerto Rico and vacation there. I made fun of everyone. Watch the whole set." Well, in reaction to that, in the North Philadelphia neighborhood of Fair Hill, signs of Puerto Rico are never far off. The U.S. island territory's red, white, and blue flag adorns home and businesses, and the sound of salsa and reggaeton boom from passing cars and restaurants selling fried plantains and spit roasted pork. The area is the beating heart of Philadelphia's more than 90,000 strong Puerto Rican population and forms a key part of Pennsylvania's Latino community, which as both the Democrats and Republicans have sought to woo ahead of the 5th November election. But on Monday morning, many locals were left seething at a joke made at the Donald Trump rally the night before in New York, in which comic Tony Hinchcliffe described the Puerto Rico as an island of garbage. The joke, some said, could come back to haunt the Republicans in the key swing state. The Democrats won by a narrow margin, 1.17, about 82,000 votes. That the campaign just hurts itself. So much it's crazy to me, said Yvonne Torres Miranda, a local resident who said she remains disillusioned by both candidates, Republican Trump and Democrat Harris, with just 8 days to go in campaign. Even if he was joking, you don't joke like that. But we're Puerto Ricans. We have dignity and we have pride. Speaking in a rapid fire Spanish with a strong Puerto Rican accent, you've got to think before saying things. In the aftermath, the Trump campaign was quick to distance itself from Mr. Hinchcliffe's joke, with a spokesman saying the remark does not reflect views of Trump on his campaign. The Harris campaign pounds on the joke, with the vice president pointing to comment as a sign that Trump is fanning the fuel of trying to divide America. Her views were echoed by Puerto Rican celebrities Bad Bunny and Jennifer Lopez, who has endorsed Harris on Sunday. A campaign official told the CBS and BBC partner that their controversy was a political gift to the Democrats. And how is that going to be panning out for the US election at all? Okay, so ongoing in the US, well, Philadelphia's prosecutor has sued over $1 million, over $1 million swing state voter lottery. Prosecutors in Philadelphia have sued to stop Elon Musk and his political group America PAC from awarding $1 million to voters in swing states, accusing billionaire of running an illegal lottery. America PAC and Musk must be stopped immediately before the upcoming presidential election on November 5. Philadelphia District Attorney Lawrence Krasner said in the lawsuit. The lawsuit comes days after the U.S. Justice Department warned Musk PAC that $1 million giveaway might violate federal election law. Now, Musk have been aggressively campaigning for Donald Trump, has said voters who want to be eligible for the prize do not need to register as Republicans or vote. As part of that effort, Musk announced in October that he would randomly award $1 million prize to people in battleground states: Pennsylvania, Georgia, Nevada, Arizona, Wisconsin, Michigan, and North Carolina every day until the 5th of November. To be eligible to win, the giveaway requires registered voters to release personal identifying information like address and phone numbers. They are also required to sign a pledge that they support the U.S. Constitution. So far, 9 $1 million prize winners have been announced. The latest, a man from Michigan. Now, Vice President Kamala Harris and Trump, whom Musk support, remain locked in tight races in the battlegrounds there. Now, Musk's move has been met with a straight backlash from Democrats who are accusing him of attempting to buy votes, and has also drawn legal scrutiny. Wow. So, exactly a week today, to be ready to be unfolding. How do you think it's all going to swing? Where? How? Okay, it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. The race for the White House has entered its final week, with national and swing states polling showing the race between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump is incredibly close. You can keep tabs on the knife edge, yes, when we will be bringing you that result. But on Monday, influential Puerto Rican called on Trump to personally apologize after a comedian speaking at his rally in New York called the U.S. territory a floating island of garbage. Now, Trump's campaign has said the comment does not reflect the former president's views. But really? Okay. We'll be seeing more about all that during the course of the week. But we know that Harris is going to be today in Washington, standing exactly at where Trump stood on the 6th of January 2021, shortly before his supporters stormed the Capitol building. I say candidates are hosting their final campaigns, even though, but Kamala Harris is delivering what her campaign have described as a closing argument this evening on the Ellipse in Washington, D.C., where Donald Trump held a rally on the 6th of January 2021. Harris' event will be held at 20 hours local time. 20 hours local time. That is 23 hours GMT, and is expected to bring in an audience of over 20,000 people. Before that, though, an interview with the vice president recorded with radio host Shalaman, the God for his Breakfast Club show, will air at 11 hours GMT. It comes days after her opponent Trump joined host Joe Rogan on the Joe Rogan Experience for a 3-hour interview. Well, so what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? It's all Starr Radio UK, and it is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. The lines are open. You can add your voice to the discussions wherever you are. How do you think it's going? Where do you think it's going? But unwavering Trump ally and far-right podcaster Steve Bannon has been released from prison after serving a 4-month sentence for defying a congressional subpoena. Now, Bannon, who served as Donald Trump's chief of staff in White House for 7 months, was being kept at the Federal Correctional Institution in Danbury, Connecticut. A jury found him guilty in 2022 of 2 counts of contempt of Congress for refusing to testify before a committee investigating the U.S. Capitol riots on the 6th of January, and for refusing to hand over documents related to Trump's alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election result. Now, Trump lost the election against Joe Biden. Now, shortly after Bannon's release, the New York Times reported Bannon saying, "I'm not broken, I am empowered. If people think American politics have been divisive before, you haven't seen anything yet." So what? Interestingly, when all these statements or these rhetorics are being made, I ask myself the question, do people actually scrutinize what is being said? Or we just say, it's one of those things, We really have to scrutinize it. Don't just look at the surface, but dig deeper. Alright? Well, it is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, there's been an accusation of Biden of Elon Musk that he worked illegal, but he's come out to say no, I didn't. I was in fact allowed to work in the US. That's what he's saying. Musk hasn't responded to CNN request for comment on the report. He also hasn't responded to CNN requests for comment about remarks he made describing his past immigration status as gray area. So what did he mean by gray area? Somewhere, somehow, we all came in a way we might not have said. People come in and they say, how long are you going to be here? They know that they are going to be here for ages. They say, I'm going to be here for a week, or I'm going to be here for a month. Really? Okay. Well. Is that not lying? You and I were not there, are we? Or were we? Okay, Starr Radio UK. We're going to be running up the program pretty soon, but wherever you are, just don't touch the dial. But this afternoon, as I did say, we're going to be having BB Clement coming your way with BB Means Business. That's for the October Black History Month. Alright? Good. Now, South Africa's government has split over Ukraine visa deal. A controversial agreement to grant Ukrainian diplomat visa-free access to South Africa has sparked an outrage within political circles. As South Africa's Home Affairs Minister Leon Schreiber, who is from a different party to the president, announced the deal on Sunday, terming Ukraine a valued ally. But the presidency has criticized Schreiber for announcing the agreement without formal authorization from President Cyril Ramaphosa. Now, critics see the deal as an affront to South Africa's long-standing relationship with Russia, though the country has remained neutral on the conflict in Ukraine. The African National Congress has sharply deferred with the Democratic Alliance, its largest coalition partner, over the country's relationship with Russia. Now, the ANC has governed South Africa since the end of apartheid 3 decades ago, lost its majority in May general election, forcing it into a deal with other political parties, and the leader or the Speaker of Parliament decided, you know what, or the Foreign Affairs Minister say, you know what, let's just do it that way. Let's give them, yes. So now it's South Africa in favor of the war in Ukraine, or are they in support of their BRICS masters, that is Russia at all? Well, it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. A leading member of the Malawian opposition party has been charged with plotting to kill the country's president, Lazarus Chakwera. Patricia Kaliati, Secretary General of the UTM party, was arrested last week on suspicion of conspiring with others to commit a serious offense. Appearing on Monday at the court in Malawi, Lilongwe, the 57-year-old did not speak, but her lawyers argued that the politician maintained her innocence, local media has reported. Few details of the alleged plot have been shared, and various opposition figures claim the charges against Kaliati are politically motivated. Now, UTM supporters gathered outside the court and sang anti-government songs ahead of the hearing, according to the AFP News. Now, inside the court heard that Kaliati had two conspirators said to be on the run. The magistrate eventually ruled that Kaliati could be released on bail as investigation continues. The state prosecutor had asked for her to be held for another week. Police in Malawi said they were acting within the law and the Kaliati's right will be respected. Well, if they are releasing her, why not? She was a primary school teacher before entering politics. Kaliati is well known for her outspoken, straight-talking character. Okay, it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Hope that it's not one of those. Give a dog a bad name, and then you can hang it. Well, let's see what happens on that front. At least 40 Chadian soldiers have been killed after their base was attacked on Sunday evening, the presidency has said. The President Mahamat Debi has ordered a counter mission to track down the culprits, according to a statement from his office. The attack reportedly happened on an island called Bakaram in the vast marshy region that was once covered by the waters of Lake Chad before its dramatic shrinking in recent decades. No suspects for the Sunday attack are named in the presidency's statement, but the area is close to the border zones of Nigeria and Niger, where Islamist militants are known to be operating. Now, latest UN figures indicate more than 220,000 people have been forced from their homes following years of insecurity and violence from the armed groups. Sunday's attack is one of the worst suffered by Chadian soldiers since 2020, when about 200 soldiers died in a raid which prompted the then President Idris Deby to launch an operation against the Islamist militants. Now, local residents said they believe fighters from Boko Haram, an Islamic militant group based on the border in Nigeria, were to blame for the latest attack, and say at least 200 soldiers were killed, were stationed at the garrison at the time. The attacks have been to seize ammunition and equipment before they left. Well, it is all Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London at 12 o'clock. And let me now take you straight to Ghana, where we're going to be having a look. Okay, one other story, then we'll move on from there. Botswana's governing party in power for almost 6 decades is trying to pull off a trick in Wednesday's general election by using a phrase normally associated with long-suffering opposition groups. It is a manifesto. The Botswana Democratic Party is calling for a change. Let's change together and build prosperity for all. Meanwhile, they've been the ones ruling the country for 6 decades. Almost 6 decades, call it. Let's change together and build prosperity for all. President Mogwetsi Masisi, in charge of the country since 2018, writes in the introduction, it is an acknowledgement that the things need to be done differently. The opposition argued that the president's party is not in a position to do that. Although analysts say the outcome of the election is hard to predict this time, the BDP has won handsome parliamentary majority at the 11 elections since independence in 1966. It subsequently secured the presidency every time as MPs elect the head of state. The BDP has been credited with overseeing a peaceful and dramatic transformation of a poor country with only a few kilometers of tarred road at independence into a place where average living standards are among the highest on the continent. Well, so they're done well, right? I know a few people that back in the day moved to Botswana. Yeah, they were teachers and stuff like that from Ghana. Yeah, I remember there was one in close to where I went to church, and he had his nice building there. So let's see what is happening there. It's all coming your way. So the stability has brought about development, and not only infrastructure, but when it comes to finance as well, and their cost of living, virtually one of the best. So let's see what happens there. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. The final segment of the program, and that is Ghana. The Member of Parliament for Bolza South constituency, Dr. Clement Abbas Apak, has praised the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagwin, for boldly rejecting the writ from the Supreme Court. Now, speaking, the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honourable Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagwin, has formally rejected a writ delivered by Parliament to Parliament by the Supreme Court. The writ intended to invoke the Supreme Court's original jurisdiction under multiple provisions of the 1992 Constitution and Supreme Court rules was returned to the court's registrar with claims of improper service. The writ was delivered to the Legal Service Office of the Parliamentary Service by 3 court bailiffs on October 16, 2024. However, the Speaker's office noted that the attempted service contradicted Article 117 of the 1992 Constitution, which protects members of Parliament from legal service processes while attending to parliamentary duties. Now, this exemption was enforced by a circular from the Judicial Secretary, Her Ladyship Justice Sarah Pamela C.A. Quarantine, issued on July 12, 2024. The circular addressed to all court registrars and referencing Article 117 and 118 of the Constitution emphasized the immunity of members of Parliament from service or process and arrest while performing their parliamentary duties. Commenting on the development on Twitter, or on X, Dr. Apak applauded the Speaker of Parliament for his firm stance in defending the institution of Parliament. Right Honourable Speaker ASK Bagwin must be commended for standing firm in defending the institution of Parliament. So what do you think is going on there? What an interesting one, right? I'm going to say, yeah, right. Well, with Ghana's election also looming, how many days more? About 39 days for that election to take place. Vice Chairman of the Committee of Foreign Affairs in Parliament, Paul Chumberima, says the U.S. visa restriction policy is to support Ghana and restrict certain groups of people who are in a position to destabilize Ghana's democracy in the coming election. The United States on Monday, October 28, announced a visa restriction policy for individuals America's claim are responsible for undermining democracy in Ghana ahead of the December presidential parliamentary election in West African country. The Department of State is announcing a new visa restriction policy today with all that will restrict U.S. visas for any individual responsible for undermining democracy. This policy will take effect in advance of Ghana's presidential parliamentary election scheduled to take place on the 7th of December. Speaking, Mr. Chum Berima disclosed that the United States introduced the policy to protect their borders and also protect Ghana's institution in terms of democracy and strengthening peace in the country. Apparently, I see the U.S. as a sovereign state. They believe that they want to protect their borders again, and the U.S. has been a great ally to this country, and therefore they want to help us to protect our government institutions in terms of our democracy, strengthening our institutions as well. Now, adding that, they are taking the decision that they believe will protect our democracy and strengthen our government agencies, such as during election. I mean, we are not going to have anything that is going to destabilize the peace that we've enjoyed in this country. The vice chairman of the committee on foreign affairs believes that the decision taken by the U.S. is right and confirms that the government has taken steps to protect the democracy of the country. However, as a country, we also have to take certain steps to protect our democracy, and I'm confident that the appropriate state authorities are doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Under Section 212A, 3, and C of the Immigration and Nationality Act, these restrictions apply to specific individuals involved in anti-democratic activities. Do not target the general Ghanaian public or government. It is a statement the U.S. emphasized Ghana's long-standing democratic achievements, celebrating over 30 years of peaceful power transition as a model of stability in the region. So who are these individuals? They didn't give us the list. So is it that well, they are on the ground as well, so they do monitor what is going on. But ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, exactly 8 minutes past the top of the hour, where I'm preparing the grounds to bring the program to a close for this morning. But as I did say earlier on, we should be having the one and only BB Clement coming your way this afternoon. It's at 1:30 to bring you BB Means Business. So wherever you are, stay tuned. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, I'll bring you the final session of the program. And this time still from Ghana as well. Stay tuned.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Star Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Welcome back to the final segment of this morning's program. This afternoon, exactly at 1:30, we'll be having Baby Clement coming away with Baby Means Business. It's the last of the Black History Month celebration here in the UK, and we're going to be bringing that to your way. So prepare your hearts and your thoughts for that. Okay. Now, let's run up with some of these stories still on the political scene. The National Democratic Congress flag bearer John Mahama has leveled accusations against the New Patriotic Party for engaging in vote buying as the 2024 general elections approach. He claims that the NPP members have been distributing 1-liter bottles of cooking oil to market women in various communities to move. A move, he suggests, is an attempt to sway voters. Now, Mahama contends that this practice is a reflection of the government's failure to address economic challenges facing many Ghanaians, pushing them into poverty. He believes that such tactics undermines the electoral process and exploit the vulnerabilities of citizens. They are going to bring money and this is to buy your vote. Please don't be persuaded. I was watching a video and MPP in the market distributing 1-liter bottle of oil. The point I make is it is because you have impoverished the people. It is because you have pushed 870,000 Ghanaians below the poverty line, and that you can go and deceive them with a bottle of oil. He said when addressing a crowd at Chirponi in the northeast region on Monday, October 28. That was yesterday. And I've been saying this before time and over, saying that when it comes to our kind of politics, all that they do is impoverish the people. You impoverish them, and when you are able to impoverish them, when you come back to them and say, you know what, get this and vote for me, they come back, they get it because they are desperate. So is that true? What the former president and the flag bearer of the NDC is saying? Well, it's all coming your way from Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, the sad news broke this morning when we came on air. The bereaved family of the late Ekuadon co-founder and flag bearer of the Ghana Freedom Party says they are in a state of shock following her demise on Monday. Speaking to some news networks a day after her passing, the family head, Openyin Nana Yaopoku, stated, "We received a call yesterday informing us that of her demise, but we didn't believe it because we thought it was just political propaganda. However, this morning we received another call and we are in a state of shock." The family emphasized that her legacy will remain part of the country's history. Now, the family head praised Ekuadonko's zeal and expressed a wish that she had lived to achieve her dreams of becoming president. Now, Madame Ekuadonko founded the GFP in 2011 and got it registered in 2012. This followed her numerous attempts to contest election as assembly member in native Kwabre in the Ashanti region. In 2004, she filed a contest as the member of parliament for Kwabre East in the Ashanti region. After two unsuccessful attempts in the 2004-2008, she was determined to elevate her political career, ultimately entering the presidential race and forming the GFP in 2011. She had filed the contest to contest the 2024 presidential election on GFP ticket until her untimely death. But that's a sad one there. In reaction to that, Kwabena Ajima Apia Kubi, a Roman father, the running mate for the Ghana Freedom Party, has spoken about the death of their presidential candidate for the 2024 general election, Ekuya Donko. Now, Ekuya Donko passed away at Ridge Hospital in Accra on Monday, October 28, at age 72. Now, speaking, Donko's running mate, Roman father, recounted the incident leading to her death. Now, we spoke on Saturday around 10:30 a.m., 11 a.m. thereabout for more than 2 hours, and later on Saturday evening, I had a call from her driver that mommy was not feeling well, so they were going to Insawam Government Hospital. Now, barely 3 hours later, the driver called back that they were back home. He said Roman father added that on Monday morning, he had a call from an ambulance driver who told him they were rushing Ekuya Donko to Ridge Hospital. I visited her at 1 p.m. yesterday. I was with her and left around 3:30 p.m. to a radio station. We were communicating. Then I had a call at 10 p.m. last night that she had passed away, he noted. Ekuya Donko was a staunch advocate for the rights of farmers and women. Her bold, outspoken demeanor enabled her to capture public attention and significantly impact the grassroots communities she aimed to represent. Well, she might not be like the normal presidential candidates where we say, yeah! She might not be that enlightened, but at least she brightened the corner where she found herself. And we say from here that unfortunately she was disqualified for the Electoral Commission for not meeting eligibility requirement, a decision she disputed but chose not to legally contest. I remember, was it a week ago or 2 weeks ago, she was on the part of suing the former president and flag bearer of the NDC, John Dramani Mahama, of up to how many, I think 1 trillion or 2 trillion Ghana cedis. For I don't know whether for defamation or for looking down on her party, saying that some of the party, some president candidates need to be disqualified. But what do you think about all that? It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Back and from our release is secret recording of call with an alleged. We'll be telling you more about all that. I won't tell you the rest. So we'll see you all tomorrow, God willing. Tomorrow is budget day here in the UK, and we'll do our best to see how best to bring you info from that front. Okay, so let me say thank you very much for tuning in to listen to us on Starr Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. A last commercial break, and this time around from P. Clement that coming your way this afternoon. And when after that, I bring you a tune, cover version of Papa Yangsing's tune, Tinamiche and Yendin Komo, a cover version by Jewa, and then we bring the program to a close. It's been me, Archie, and I want to say, have a top of the day until we come your way tomorrow. Stay blessed, and bye-bye for now.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur, and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business, but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Tinamenchen mamembo komobi me komo nyinanye de menyo doing crap fantaso I don't know ma kutono obiara niwa obotu asesa ma twin wo baby tinamenchen mamembo komobi me komo nyinanye de obiara niwa onye wo se tinamenchen mamembo komobi me komo nyinanye de wasem yemasem samata wanza muhuma menyamupo magidin doso womiwa ware chiche mami anije.
Thanks for listening.
Come on, you know, and you're there. May I walk as I'm out with the